It's Dwight and LeBron, the masked Marvel and Superman.
Klay Thompson will turn for the game winner. Good! 6 tenths left.
Here's Paul George, has a look for three.
Yes!
We get our first look now at Danny Granger. When Big Baby Davis will be coming in for the Clippers.
I'm going to say this one time, and I'm going to get it out of my system. The Butler did it. And Russell Westbrook. What a show tonight.
If we wore that, we'd be arrested.
All right, my peoples.
LeBron for three. Kaboom! Oh my. The MVP looking awfully good. LeBron another three.
Got it, oh my. 6 for 6 from downtown.
Can he do it again? Yes!
Oh, a real long three.
That one was from outside the building. It's good. For the record, the highest scoring game in franchise history. LeBron's 61 majestic.
That was Monday for the King. Tuesday brought the encore against the Rockets in the Fan Night game presented by Sprint. Hello again, basketball fans, and welcome to Game Time presented by Kia. Rick Campbell with former NBA champion Steve Smith and Rick Fox. And we begin in Houston, where the Heat put their 8-game winning streak on the line, and the Rockets tried to snap a 7-game losing streak to the champs. There is LeBron James. 61 big ones on Monday in the blowout win over the Bobcats. Getting right back to work, but they trailed by 5.
And at the beginning, it looked like he was on his way to another 40, 50-point night, the way he was getting these easy buckets, and you could see the attention on the Heat versus Dwight Howard.
Mario Chalmers helps off of Patrick Beverley to double-team Dwight, and then Dwight finds Beverley wide open.
All right. Off to a good start for the Houston Rockets.
Chandler Parsons coughs it up. Heat in transition, and LeBron James is rolling.
I mean, early, this was a 17-0 fast break advantage to the Miami Heat, and they were getting their easy buckets. Second half, a different story. Birdman, you can't go for the steal.
Dwight Howard came in a game-time decision with a back injury. He had 22 points and 16 rebounds. D. Wade had 15 of his 24 in the first half.
That was almost Smitty's under the rim, but he cleaned it up. Nice to have him in a back-to-back setting. They needed him tonight.
How about that for under the rim, Smitty?
Yes, indeed. Ding, 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 ding. We got a candidate.
21 points, 11 dimes for Harden. Houston led by 2 at halftime. LeBron James has it poked away by James Harden. Beverley to Parsons. Houston by 8.
Nice finish. Patrick Beverley with a lot of energy and a lot of impact in this game.
And then it's Parsons to Harden to put the Rockets up 14. They led by as many as 15.
Just a beautiful move in the open court. 1 versus 2. He gets a layup out of what you thought would have been defensive stop for the Miami Heat.
Dwayne Wade puts it in, part of a 21-7 Miami run, tying it at 93, just over 6 minutes to go. Now under 3 minutes to go. LeBron James guarded by Patrick Beverley, who leaks out and scores. He had 19, Rockets by 9. Now we take you under 30 seconds left. The Heat are going to find Michael Beasley, who makes it a 3-point game.
This is what they're hoping to get from him later on in the playoffs. He's getting warm. Had a big night tonight.
He had 24. Ensuing possession, James Harden throws it away looking for Dwight Howard.
Now, come on, James Harden. You can't throw it away, but also you can't throw it in the vicinity of Dwight Howard, because if he catches it, obviously the Heat were going to foul, and LeBron took one right across the jaw.
But he would stay in the game, and it would come down to him against Dwight Howard. It's like an all-star game.
Superman versus Batman.
This one for the tie and overtime, no. And Houston wins 106-103. It's a wire-to-wire win for the Rockets, who stop a 7-game losing streak to the Heat. Houston has won 12 of 14, improving to 41-19. The Heat fall to 43-15 as their 8-game winning streak is over. After this big W, Dwight Howard talked about that D on the King.
Oh, well, I know he was trying to get the 3 off, so I just wanted to stay back a little bit, force him to do a step-back 3, make him make a tough shot.
The other thing you guys did in this fourth quarter is you cut your turnovers down. Only 3 fourth-quarter turnovers. That allowed you to take control of this game.
Well, if we would have did that the whole game, we would have blew them out.
After getting hit in the face?
I was okay. Yeah, it gave me a good elbow, but it was inadvertent, you know, but I was okay.
When you said you felt fatigued in the second half, did that feel like that affected your shot a little bit?
No, it didn't affect my shot. I think I took 7. I took 7 shots. I think I was 1 for 7, 1 for 8 in the second half. You know, it just happens. One of those nights where you just, you know, your legs kind of give, and you know, you just try to rely on everyone else.
This is the first time you've seen this Rockets team with Dwight Howard and James Harden paired together. What was just your overall impression?
Very, very good offensive team, high-powered offensive team, and you know, it's the reason why they have 41 wins in this unbelievable league of ours.
So LeBron James was unstoppable on Monday night, and we take a look at his first career high of 56 in 2005. He followed that up with and Warriors from the field house. Paul George and Stephen Curry, 2 of the best scorers in the NBA. And we start with a turnover by Indiana, and Golden State is running. Stephen Curry had 19. GSW takes a 1-point lead. And then Paul George comes back for the Pacers. He had 26.
Paul George leading a strong start for this game. Got out quick.
Lance Stevenson had 12, puts Indiana up a couple.
Born ready. Don't give him everything, Lance. Good defense, but better offense, and Lance is going to let you hear about it.
They should give him 3 points for all those moves.
And the style.
2 doesn't seem fair. Hey, it gets testy here. Jordan Crawford gets his forearm up near Lance Stevenson's neck. Not a good idea. Crawford called for a technical foul. And yes, cooler heads did prevail. Golden State led by 6 at halftime. David West leading the charge as Indiana gets back into it.
He's been doing that all career long, and tonight for the Pacers, kept him in the game.
George Hill returned after missing 2 games with a shoulder injury with this circus shot plus the foul.
That is nice by George Hill. Nice little fake, and Stephen Curry left his feet. You got to count that one. Give me a little smile, George Hill, on that play.
Nah, he's focused.
Yes.
Indiana led by 1 after he made that free throw. We go to the 4th, where Klay Thompson had 16 of his 25.
Starting to warm up there. I think we're going to see a lot of Klay Thompson down the stretch.
Klay Thompson, 4-3, 13-point lead. That was the largest of the game for the Warriors. It's David West once again for Indiana.
That's a big-time steal. Beautiful play by David West. To be able to strip Stephen Curry, I think Stephen Curry was a little surprised that David West got his hands on that basketball.
Paul George long 2 to make it a 2-point game. And then we fast forward under 10 seconds left. Tied at 96. The Warriors go to Klay Thompson against George Hill.
He's the right guy to go to tonight. Steph Curry usually taking those big shots, but Klay Thompson taking off some of that pressure.
Great call by Mark Jackson. You can see the decoy with Stephen Curry just walked away because he had Paul George. They went to the mismatch. And this is not a bad look for Paul George at the end of the game.
He had 0.6 of a second to get that shot off. Had it gone, it would have won the game for the Pacers. But get the Warriors to the winner's circle, 98-96. They snap a 6-game losing streak in Indianapolis and move to 37-24, thanks in large part to a 34-11 bench scoring advantage. It's only the 4th home loss for the Pacers, who saw their 5-game winning streak come to an end. But with Miami's loss, Indy still leads the East by 2 games. And Klay Thompson talked about stepping up in the clutch.
Hit that shot, I'm not gonna lie, I felt great. You know, proved to people I can make that shot, and I wanted that shot. So yeah, we can't just put everything on Steph's shoulders. It's too much for him. He already does so much for this team that we got to give him a break sometimes. You know, he's our engine that makes us go. So we got to, you know, help him out as much as we can.
We're just getting started on Game Time, presented by Kia. Coming up, Kevin Durant and the Thunder hosted the 76ers, and big numbers ensue.
Game Time is brought to you by the redesigned Kia Optima, official vehicle of the NBA.
76ers and Thunder from OKC in the Thunder debut of Caron Butler. And it's a Philly turnover picked by Russell Westbrook. And he tied a Thunder record with 8 assists in the first quarter.
Good job by Russell Westbrook, putting a lot of pressure on the guards from Philadelphia, coming up with that steal, and love to see him in that situation where he has a live ball, he can jab step or just pull up and knock it down, Rick.
There goes Caron Butler joining the Thunder officially.
He had 2 points, 5 rebounds in 25-plus minutes. Serge Ibaka with the block. Kevin Durant cashes in.
That's a beautiful pass by Russell Westbrook. How tough that was with the left hand. And a great pass. And Thunder fans, when you can see him in attack mode like that, you know Russell's fine.
What a finish. Right here, the 10th rebound, the 8th career triple-double for Russ, 13, 10, and 14. He did it in 21 minutes, fastest since Jim Tucker of the Syracuse Gnats in 1955. Kevin Durant scoring and scoring and scoring. He had 42 points. Didn't play the fourth quarter, Rick.
He could have kept scoring. Probably could have went for that 61.
He'll settle for 42 and a victory over Philly. OKC never trailed. They led by as many as 37, and they win by 32, improving to 46 and 15. The Sixers have lost 15 straight, 5 off their all-time franchise record. Spurs and Cavaliers from the Q in Cleveland. Dion Waiters back after missing 7 games with a knee injury, and he got right to work. 11 of 18 from the field, 24 points.
Good job by Dion Waiters, showing more that he can play without the basketball. You can see Kyrie Irving knocking down a deep 3. These two can play basketball, and they can score.
Kyrie had 24. Dion Waiters is going to slam it down. Cleveland by 11.
A little bit of what we saw at All-Star Weekend. Dion Waiters picking it up right where he left off.
But it was all Spurs from this point on. Boris Diaw for 3. He was 7 for 7 for 16 points. Kawhi Leonard, the extra pass to Patty Mills. The Spurs outscored the Cats 37-17 in the second quarter.
Well, that Spurs basketball swinging around, and what's scary for everybody else in the league, the Spurs are healthy.
This night belonged to former Cavalier Danny Green. Catch and shoot 3, team high 24. Spurs win 122-101. All 13 Spurs recorded at least 1 assist, setting an NBA record as the Spurs beat the Cavs for the 9th straight time. San Antonio is 44-16, while Cleveland is 24-38 as they fall 4 games behind 8th place Atlanta. Clippers and Suns from Phoenix. Doc Rivers forgot to activate Danny Granger on Saturday, so Granger made his Clippers debut on Tuesday. Did not score in 3+ minutes of action.
First shot, new team, he'll adjust.
And then Leandro Barbosa right here called for the offensive foul. And per Suns beat writer Paul Coro, Barbosa is expected to miss at least 4 weeks with a fractured left hand. What does his absence mean for the Suns?
Well, you know they're short at the point guard position with Eric Bledsoe being out, and Barbosa had played well, but give the Phoenix Suns a lot of credit. They keep coming at you. But the Los Angeles Clippers, they just have too much, especially if Matt Barnes is going this way, knocking down shots.
The former Sun had a season-high 28, 3 after 3. The Suns led by 11 at halftime, but this bucket by Barnes put the Clippers up 10.
Someone left the barn door open, and Matt came through it.
And then it's CP3 to Blake Griffin, fading to glory. He had 22, and the Clippers win 104-96. The Clips have won 5 straight. They're now 42-20, and they lead the Suns by 6 and Lakers from Staples. There's the NBA's leading shot blocker, Anthony Davis, at 2.9 per. And this time it's a putback slam. He had 17 points and 7 rebounds in the first quarter.
That's the bucket that impressed me. Out on the perimeter, being able to take a 1-dribble pull-up and made it look routine.
Austin Rivers with the steal. Tyreek Evans is going to finish with a slam. 24 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists. He is rolling, Rick.
Sure is. Getting a lot of minutes with the health issues, making the most of it there.
Pelicans were up 16 at the break. Pau Gasol had 29 and 12. Kent Bazemore had 23. Lakers back within 8.
Good job by Marshawn Brooks. Lost the handle, but got it over to Kent Bazemore, and he can get out and run and finish.
We go to the fourth quarter now. Tyreek Evans is going to miss. Anthony Davis is going to put it back 28-15. Pels by 6. Eric Gordon was nice as well, Rick.
Eric Gordon, we know he can do that. It was a high-scoring game. Is it July already?
Talking about